Good day everyone. Again, I'm Sir Gilbert. So this time pag-aaralan naman natin ang competency na kung saan we will have to estimate the square root of a whole number to the nearest hundredths. Okay, so previously ang napag-aralan natin ay yung tungkol sa principal roots on how to determine whether that square root is a rational or an irrational number. We also deal with on how to find for two consecutive integers between which the given square root lies. Meaning, saan ba natin makikita? Okay? Yung square roots that are irrational sa dalawang magkasunod na integers. Okay? So we also deal with uh, rational and irrational square roots. Kapag irrational square roots yan, dapat ang radicand niya ay perfect square. Pag hindi naman, so it is that will be considered as irrational number. And we also talk about that the principal end root of a positive number is the positive end root, whereas the principal end root of a negative number is the negative end root if n is odd number. Okay, so let's have an example. So find the principal end root of the given radicals below. Okay, so this one is a square root of 121. So square root of 121 is 11 because that the radicand inside that radical sign is a perfect square. And take note the index is 2. So ang 121 ay galing sa 11 times 11. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng sagot na 11. And for number 2, so square root of 400. So square root of 400 is 20 because 400 ay nanggaling sa dalawang number na magkapareho, that's 20. At pag minultiply natin sa sarili niya, ang sagot niya ay 400. So that's why square root of 400 equals 20. And for number 3, square root of 9 equals 3. And then again, 9 ay galing sa dalawang number na magkapareho na pag minultiply natin, ang sagot niya ay 3. So this time, this one, square root of, cube root of 24. So yung 24 ba galing sa tatlong number na magkakapareho. Na pag minultiply natin, ang sagot niya ay 24. So hindi siya ganon, ano? So kaya makikita natin ng sagot dito ay cube root of 8 times 3. Bakit natin finactor out yung 24? Kasi yung 8, makakakuha tayo ng tatlong number na magkakapareho. Na pag minultiply natin, ay ang sagot ay 8. Okay? So kaya yung 8 is a perfect cube, kaya nilabas natin yung 2. Okay? So andyan yung 2. Whereas yung 3 naman ay mananatiling nasa loob. Kaya ito. So that's 2 cube root of 3. Okay? So let's have number 5. Number 5 is fifth root of negative 32. So this time, the radicand is negative and its index is odd number. Okay? So ano naman ang result nito? So we all know that negative 32 ay nanggaling siya sa limang number na magkakapareho, and that's negative 2. So kaya ika-cancel natin yung 5. So meaning the fifth root of negative 32 equals negative 2. Okay? So yan ay tungkol sa principal and root kung paano natin kunin. It's just a simple recall before we proceed to our main topic. So this time, how can we determine if the given square root is a rational or an irrational number? So, for example, so the given square root is a rational number if the radicand is a perfect square. Otherwise, it is known as irrational number. Gaya nga ng binabanggit natin kanina. So this time, let's determine whether the given square root is a rational or an irrational number. Take a look example number 1. Square root of 100 is a rational number because 100 is a perfect square and its square root is 10. Check. Because ang 100 ay nanggaling sa dalawang number na magkapareho na pag multiply natin, ang sagot niya ay 100. And that will be considered as rational number. Okay? So, number 2. Square root of 8 is an irrational number because 8 is not a perfect square and has no exact root. Okay? Yung square root of 8, hindi natin makikita o makukuha sa dalawang number na magkapareho. Na pag minultiply natin, ang sagot niya ay 8. So kaya ang tawag natin sa kanya ay irrational number. Okay? So how about this one? Square root of 225. So ang square root of 225 ba galing sa dalawang number na magkapareho? Na pag minultiply natin, ang sagot niya ay 225. Yes. Okay? So that's 15. So square root of 225 is a rational number because 225 is a perfect square and its square root is 15. Okay, how about this one? Square root of 81. So square root of 81 is also a rational number because 81 came from the product of two same number and that's 9. So 9 times 9 equals 81. So kaya ang square root of 81 can be considered as a rational number. Okay? Sabi nga rito, because 81 is a perfect square and its square root is 9. Okay? So how about this square root of 42? Square root of 42 is not a rational number because we cannot found numbers to the same numbers once we take it once we get to the product of that number, the result would be 42. It would not be possible. So hindi siya a rational number. So ayan, square root of 42 is an irrational number because 42 is not a perfect square and has no exact square root. Okay. So this time, let's again have a simple recon on how to find two consecutive integers between which the square root lies. Okay? So importante ito as we go through our main lesson, main topic. So for example, we have square root of 8. So saan natin makikita yung square root of 8? Saan? Sa pagitan ng anong dalawang magkasunod na number, na integers. Okay? So, as we all know that 8 is greater than 4 but 8 is lesser than 9. So, therefore, 8 is in between perfect squares 4 and 9. So, ang target talaga natin ay malaman yung perfect square na nasa kanyang kaliwa at yung nasa kanyang kanan. Okay? So, kaya pag in-express natin yan, so that would be square root of 4 and square root of 9. Okay? So, ito dapat ay meron siyang symbol na square root. Okay, bigyan muna natin ng symbol na square root. So this must be square root of 8. Okay, so square root of 8 is greater than square root of 4 but square root of 8 is less than square root of 9. Yan, so in short, nilagyan natin lahat ng radical sign. So square root of 9 is greater than square root of 4 but square root of 8 is lesser than square root of 9. Okay? And taking the square roots of 4 and 9, we will have 2 and 3. So, masasabi natin na yung square root of 8 is in between the consecutive integers 2 and 3. Nasa pagitan ng 2 tsaka 3. Okay? So, kung nasa pagitan niya ng 2 and 3, so, pag in-estimate natin yan, it should be greater than 2. Pero mas mababa sa 3. Okay? So, ano kayang decimal yan in a hundredths place? Kaya, ito yung lesson number 1 natin. So, estimating square root of a whole number to the nearest hundredths. Okay? Ayan. So, meron tayong steps dito on how to estimate square root of a whole number to the nearest hundredths. Okay. Meron tayong method. The first method will be divide and average method. Okay, take a look this example number 1. Estimate square root of 7 to the nearest hundredths. Okay, so step number 1 is to find two consecutive integers between which the given number lies. Kaya nga nire-recall natin dito kanina, okay, sa part na to. So kaya makikita natin dito, ang first step on how to estimate square roots that are rational is taking the two consecutive integers for which that irrational number lies. Okay, so it shows here that 7 is greater than 4 but lesser than 9. And the square root of 7 is greater than square root of 4, but the square root of 7 is lesser than the square root of 9. So therefore, square root of 7 lies between 2 and 3. Okay, nasa pagitan siya ng 2 and 3. Next step is to divide the given radicand by one of the consecutive integers in step 1. Okay, so since you are estimating, you can try the number nearest to the given. In this example, 7 is closer to 9, so you will use its principal root 3 as the divisor. So, meaning, i-divide natin yung radicand, given radicand, yung 7, doon sa may malapit na principal root. So, alin ba ang mas malapit? Yung square root of 4 o yung square root of 9? So, mas malapit yung square root of 4. Sorry. Mas malapit yung square root of 9, yung bandang kanan. Okay? Yung bandang kanan. Kasi you have 7, 8, 9. This one is 4, 5, 6. Okay, dalawang pagitan nila. So, kukunin natin yung square root of 9. Ang principal root niya ay 3 as the divisor. Okay? Yun ang pang-divide natin sa radicand na 7. Itong 7 na to. Di-divide natin. Okay? So, yan yung 7. Divide 7 by 3. Kaya makikita natin dito sa illustration, 7 divided by 3 equals 2.33. So, pwede natin siya i-round off. Okay. You can round off your answer. Okay, 2.33. Okay, so, yan. Okay, ulitin ko. So, ang second step natin ay i-divide yung radicand, yung given radicand, yung irrational, given radicand, doon sa principal root ng mas malapit. It's either on the left side or in the right side. In this case, ang mas malapit sa square root of 7 ay yung nasa right side. Kaya ang principal root ng yung nasa kanan niya ay 3 because square root of 9 is 3. Yun ang pang-divide natin sa radicand, sa given radicand. Kaya 7 divided by 3. Okay? Ayun. So, dito tayo sa step number 3. This time, yung step number 3 is to get the average, the result in step 2 in its divisor. Okay. So, yung quotient, ito ay 2.33. Sabi dito, sa step number 3, kukunin natin yung average. Okay? Nung step 2, yung result ng step 2 at saka nung divisor. Ano ba yung divisor natin dito? Itong 3. Okay? So, in short, i-add natin tong dalawa. So, 2.33 and 3, ito yan. No? Tapos, i-divide natin sa 2. So, taking the average of the quotient and the divisor na nasa step 2. So, the result will be 2.665 on 665 thousandths. Okay, so this one is tenths, hundreds, thousands. So, 665 thousandths. Okay, so that's step 3. Next is step 4. Ang step 4 natin, sabi dito, is to repeat the step 2 and 3. Use the result in step 3 as the divisor. Okay, so ito naman, ang radicand natin ay i-divide natin sa divisor. Okay? Sa result na nakuha natin sa step 3. Okay? Use the result in step 3. Kaya kung titignan nyo rito, so 7, ito yung given radicand, divide by 2.665 thousandths. Okay? Ayan. Okay. So, 2.665 thousandths. 7.265 equals 2.627. Ayan. So, dinivide natin to. Ang sagot niya ay 2.627 thousandths. So, pwede rin natin siyang i-round off. So, to the nearest thousandths. Okay? So, tapos, take the average. So, yung average ng itong 2.625 and the 2.627. Okay. So, ito yung sinasabi natin. Okay? Yung result, tapos yung divisor. Okay? So, repeat the step 2 and 3. Use the result in step 3 as a divisor. Okay? So, ito naman, ang kukunin nating average. Itong dalawa. Average nitong dalawa. So, 2.627 and 2.665. Okay, kaya ito. So, 2.665 plus 2.627 divided by 2. So, the result will be 2.646. Okay? Ayan. So, finally, we have step 5. Round off to the nearest hundredths. So, therefore, square root of 7 is approximately 2.65 hundredths. Okay? Yung symbol natin na to ay ibig sabihin approximate. So, approximate lang natin dahil hindi talaga siya equal. Square root of 7 is approximately 2.65. Then again, saan nanggaling tong 2.65? Nanggaling siya dito. Okay? So, 2.646. Tignan nyo So, ni-round off natin. Kasi nga, ang nasa kanan ng 4 ay 6. Di ba? Pag binalikan natin, ang rounding of numbers, once yung nasa kanan ng number na ira-round off natin ay 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, madadagdagan siya ng isa. Pero kung ang nasa kanan naman niya ay 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, mananatiling 4 yung nasa hundredths place na yan. Okay? So, but in this case, yung nasa kanan ng 4 ay 6. So, kaya ang 4 ay naging 5. Okay? So, therefore, square root of 7 is approximately 2.65. Okay? Sana naintindihan nyo. Okay. Let's have example number 2. Example number 2 is to estimate square root of 20 to the nearest hundredths. So, step number 1. So, kukunin uli natin yung dalawang integers na kung saan makikita natin yung square root of 20. So, it shows here that square root of 20 lies between 4 and 5 because this one is 16, this one is 15, 25 rather. Okay? So, nasa pagitan ng 4 and 5. So, maaring ang square root of 20 ay more than 4 but less than 5. Ang result natin to the nearest hundredths. Okay? So, this time, let's proceed, no? Try 4 since square root since 16 is closer to 20. Divide 20 by 4, the answer is 5. Okay. So, ito ay pinadali na lang natin. Hindi na natin siya ginanito, no? So, step 4, bakit 4 ang kinuha natin? Dahil yung 20 ay mas malapit sa 16. Di ba? Kung maalala nyo, titignan natin kung ano yung mas malapit. Yung nasa kanan ba o yung nasa kaliwa? Yung nasa kaliwa ay mas malapit sa 20. Kaya kukunin natin yung principal root ng 16, square root of 16. And that's 4. So ngayon, yung 4 na yan ay i-divide natin sa radicand na 20. Yung given radicand na 20. Kaya 20 divided by 4, so the result will be 5. Okay? So sa step 3 naman natin, yung the average of 5 and 4 is 4.5. Sana naman galing to. Ito yung sagot kanina, ito. Tapos yung divisor. Okay? Yung divisor, tapos yung result ng step 4 ay kinuhang average. Paano nga ulit kunin yung average? You have to divide 5 and 4. Add 5 and 4 and divided by 2. So the result will be 4.5. Okay? So, step 4. Step 4, divide 20. Okay, divide the given radicand by the result in step 3. ang result dito ay 4.5. So, i-divide natin yung 20 sa 4.5. So, you have 4.444. Yan ang quotient niya. Get the average of 4.444 and 4.5. Ayan na naman, no? Yung divisor plus yung quotient, i-add natin tapos i-divide sa 2. So, kinuha natin yung average, get the average. So, ang result will be 4.472 thousandths. Okay? So, pero, ang kukunin lang natin ay to the nearest hundredths. Okay? So, ito. So, rounding off to the nearest hundredths, you have the estimated value of 4.47. Okay? So, kaya sabi rito, therefore, or ibig sabihin, square root of 20 is approximately 4.47 or 4 and 47 hundredths. Okay? So, kasi yung nasa kanan ng 7 ay 2. Okay? Pag ang nasa kanan ng number na i-round off natin ay mas mababa sa 5, yon ay mananatiling siya pa rin ang number na ilalagay natin dito. Okay? Ayan. So, let's have example number 3. Estimate square root of 40 to the nearest hundredths. So, step 1, di ba, kukunin natin ang kanilang square root that are rational or saan natin makikita. Okay? Square roots that are rational, yung nasa kaliwa, tsaka yung nasa kanan, or ito yung perfect square na tinatawag natin. Okay? So, that's square root of 36 and square root of 49. No? Because square root of 36 is lesser than square root of 40, but square root of 40 is lesser than square root of 49. And thus, square root of 40 lies between 6 and 7. Nasa pagitan siya ng 6 and 7. Okay? So, step 2. So, ngayon, ang tingnan natin. Saan malapit yung 40? Sa 36 o 49? Itong difference nito ay 4. Ito naman ay 9. So, mas malapit siya sa kaliwa. Okay? Kaya, gagamitin natin yung 6 para i-divide ang radicand na 40. Okay? Ulitin ko. Gagamitin natin yung 6 para i-divide yung radicand na 40. Okay? So, kaya dito ang kasunod natin ay divide 40 by 6. The answer is 6.67 hundredths. Okay? So, pero hindi pa tayo hinto dyan dahil meron pa tayong step 3, 4, and 5. So, sa step 3, you will have to get the average of the result in step 2 and the divisor. Kaya, 6.67 plus 6 is 6.335. Okay? So, dito, in-add natin yung 6.67 and 6, tapos dinivide natin sa 2. So, the result will be 6.335. And step 4, ulit, di-divide natin yung 40, yung given radicand. Given radicand, ito. Okay? So, lagi yan. Di-divide natin. So, this time, ang divisor naman niya, yung result ng average ng nasa step 3. So, that's 6.335 thousandths. Makukuha natin ay 6.314. Okay? Yung 6.314 naman at 6.335 ay i-add natin. Tsaka i-divide sa 2 para makuha natin yung average ng dalawa. Okay? So, you will have a result of 6.3245 ten thousandths, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10 thousandths. Okay? So, ayan. So, step 5. Step 5, dito tayo magde-decide. Okay? Sa pag-round off natin. Rounding off to the nearest hundredths, you have the estimated value of 6.32. So, kasi nga, ang ito, 32. So, kung titignan natin yung nasa kanan ng 2, yung hundredths place. Kung ang nasa kanan niya ay less than 4, less than 5, so mananatiling 2 pa rin ang number na i-round off natin. So kaya the result will be 6.32 32. Ang magiging conclusion natin, so therefore, square root of 40 is approximately 6.32. Okay, ayan. So, medyo humangos muna tayo. Okay? So, bago tayo tumuloy dito sa another method on estimate how to estimate the square roots, that is a rational number. So, using the formula, square root of 9, square root of a, then n minus a all over b minus a. So, ibig sabihin nito, itong square root of a ay kukunin natin yung principal root. Then, yung n minus a will serve as the numerator ng fractional part na to. All over b minus a, whereas the uh, denominator naman ng fractional part na to. Okay? Where n is the given radicand and a is the perfect squares before the given radicand. Okay? Yung nasa kaliwa niya. At yung b naman, ito yung perfect squares after the given radicand. Okay? Malinaw? So, ulitin ko, ito yung given radicand, ito yung perfect squares before the given radicand. Ang b naman ay yung perfect squares after the given radicand. Given radicand. Okay? Bago at pagkatapos. Okay? So, let's have illustrative examples. So, estimate the square root of whole number to the nearest hundredths. Okay. Meron akong tayong ginawa rito na table para for the purpose of presentation. Okay? So, estimate the square root. Okay, ito yung mga given natin. Ito yung mga given natin. Let's say, number 1 is square root of 13, number 2 is square root of 40, number 3 is square root of 175. Okay? So, ngayon, ito yung step 1 natin. Step 1, this one is step 2, and this one is step 3, and this one is step 4. Okay? So, okay, tuloy tayo. Successive perfect squares, yung A at saka B. Yung square root of 13, ano yung successive square root of 13? Okay? So, ano yung ano yung perfect square na nasa kaliwa niya? Ano yung perfect squares na nasa kaliwa niya? Square root of 13. Ano naman yung perfect squares na nasa kanan niya? So, ano kaya yun? So, mag-isip tayo. So, that's, okay? So, kumuha tayo rito ng, say, sabihin natin ay scratch. Gawa tayo rito ng scratch. Square root of 13, less than, ito naman ay greater than. Okay. So, kumuha tayo rito. Then, let's say, mag-insert tayo ng square root. Okay. So, dito, tapos dito sa kanan. Okay. Dito sa kanan. Okay. Yun, no? So, ito ay, scratch natin. Square root of 13. Okay? So, ano kaya yung nandito sa kanan ng square root of 13 na perfect square? So, kasi para i-represent niya yung A. Diba? So, ano kaya yon? So, that's 9. Square root of 9. Kasi dito naman, that's square root of 9 is 3. Kasunod ng 3 ay 4. And this will be 16. Okay? So, therefore, ang makukuha natin dito ay equals, this one is 3, and this one is 4. Okay? So, magkakaroon na tayo dito ng tinatawag nating A at saka B. Diba? Para sa number 1 natin. Number 1. Number 1. Ulit. So, number 1 natin. Okay, ganyan. The square root of 3. The square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 16 ay 4. Okay? So, meaning, ang A natin dito ay 3. Tapos, ang B naman natin ay 4. Okay? Ayun. So, tuloy natin. So, dito, ang whole number, ang principal root ng square root of A will be 3. Ito yung A eh. Di ba? No, 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 no. So, wait, ito ay ang A. Kung ang A lang siya, so this must be 9. Sorry. This must be 9. Ito naman ay 16. Sorry. 9 and 16 because A lang to. Because dito, square root of 9. Square root of A. So, square root of A is 3. Okay. Yan. Sige, no. Okay. So, lagyan nga natin dito. Square root of 9. Natin dito, square root of 9. Square root of 9 equals 3. Ayan. Okay. Square root of 9 equals 3. Kasi yung A ay yung nasa kaliwa. Diba? So, this time, N minus A. Ano yung N natin dito? Kung nga natin dito yung pagkakasunod-sunod niya. Okay. So, ang N natin dito ay, ang N ay 13. Ang A natin ay equals 9. Ang B natin equals 16. Okay, ayan. Ito lang naman kailangan natin eh. Itong mga to eh. Okay. So, ang N natin ay 13, yung A natin ay 9, ang B natin ay 16, ang square root of A natin ay 3. Yun. Whole number. Okay? So, let's proceed. So, N minus A. Ang N minus A natin dito will be, what is N? Ang N ay 13. Minus, ang A natin ay 9. Okay? So, what is 13 minus 9? Equals 4. Ayun. So, numerator natin ay 4. Okay? So, saan natin ito makikita? Okay? So, eto. So, B minus A naman tayo. Ano yung B natin? Ang B natin ay 16. So, dito natin lalagay yung 16 minus, ano yung A natin uli? Ang A natin ay 9. So, A is 9. Okay, saan natin lalagay yung A equals what? 16 minus 9 equals 7. Yun. Okay, 7. Ulitin mo natin. Okay, ayan. Ulitin natin ng konti. 16 minus 9 equals 7. Okay, ano naman yung mixed number natin? Ang mixed number natin ay ito. Paano natin kukunin to? Okay, so dapat maging ganito siya. Dapat maging ganito base dito sa formula. So, ito. So, square root of A. What is square root of A? Square root of A. Square root of A is ito. Ay, so 3. So, 3 tayo dito. Tapos, meron tayong fractional part. N minus A. Ang N minus A yung numerator. So, that's 4. So, gagawa tayo ng fraction. So, gagawa tayo ng fraction dito. Ayun na ang fraction. Okay. So, ang A natin, ang numerator natin ay 4 over the denominator 7. Okay, so that's 3 and 4 over 7. Ito ay in a form of tawag dito, mixed number. Yes, naka-mixed number talaga siya. Kaya Para makuha natin yung decimal counterpart nito, so kailangan natin gawin ang 3 point, tapos yung 4/7 ay gagawin nating decimal. So to divide to change fraction to decimal, you have to divide 4 by 7. Okay, so ano nga tayo dito? So, mangyayari dyan, 4 divided by 7. What is 4 divided by 7? 4 divided by 7 equals what? So that's 0.57. 0.57. Okay? So 4 divided by 7, that's 4.5714. Sunod pa. Okay? So, dito na lang tayo. So, ang katumbas ng 4/7 ay 0.5714. Pero may karugtong pa yan. Okay? So, ayan. Pero hindi siya repeating decimal So, ano yan? Hindi siya non-terminating. Repeating decimal lang siya. 4/7. Okay? So, ayan. Kaya titignan natin. So, 0.57 hanggang dito sa thousandths. Then, we decide kung anong gagawin natin. Rounding up or round it down. So, since yung nasa kanan ng 7 ay 1, so gagawin natin 7 pa rin. Okay? Kasi nga, 1 ang nasa kanya. So, in short, ang katumbas nitong mixed number na to ay 3.57. Okay? Ang 3.57 ngayon, yan yung estimated square root ng square root of 13. Okay? Yan yung estimated square root ng ito, 3.57 ang estimated square root ng square root of 13. Okay? To the nearest hundredths. Ayun. So, in short, gagawin muna natin siyang mixed number. Okay? Ayan. So, let's proceed to number 1. Ang number 1 naman natin ay square root of 40. Gawa rin tayo dito ng ganyang solution. Square root of 40. So, number 2. Okay, square root of 40. Square root of 40. So, remove muna natin. Then this one. Okay. Square root of 40. Ang square root of 40 ay mas mababa sa square roots. Pero siya naman ay mas mababa o mas mataas sa square root na perfect square, na rational rather. Okay? So, gawa ulit tayo rito ng may square roots. Radical sign. Okay, sa kanan din. Pero ito papalitan natin. Isipin muna natin kung ano yun. Okay. Ayan. Okay. So, square root of 40 is greater than anong square root na rational na ang radical niya ay perfect square. Yung nasa kanan naman niya ay rational din. Okay? So, 40. Kaya to. So it's 36. Because square root of 36 is 6. Dito naman, kung 6 yun, 7 times 7. So, that's 49. Okay? So, that's 49. Ayun. So, meron na tayong n. Okay? Ano ang i natin dito? Anong i natin? Ano ang i natin? Ang n natin ay 40. Ang a natin ay 36. Ang b natin dito ay 49. Ayun. Kuha ka rin. Okay. Okay, dito tayo. Equals. Anong sunod dito? Square root of 36 and square root of, okay, what is square root of 36? Square root of 36 ay 6. Square root of 49 ay 7. Okay, ayun. So, gagamitin uli natin itong formula na to. So, lalabas dito, ang A natin ay 36. Ang B natin ay 49. Tapos yung square root natin, copy-paste muna natin dito. Ang square root natin ay square root of 36. Ang square root of 36 natin equals 6. Okay? Square root of A. Ito yung square root of A natin eh. Diba? So, ito yung square root of A natin. So, square root of 36 yung nasa kanan. Okay. Yan. Yung N natin ay 40. So, this will be 40 minus. Tapos, yung A natin ay yung square root. Ang A natin ay 36. Okay. 36 equals. Anong katumbas nito? 40 minus 36. Is 40 minus 36. Wait lang. Ang N natin ay 40. Ang N natin ay 40. Ang N natin ay 40 minus A, 36 equals, yes, 4. Akala ko magkakaiba. Parehas lang pala 4. Nasa taas. Okay. 13 minus 9. 40 minus 36. Okay. Dito lang tayo nalito. So, akala ko pareho lang pala. Nagkataon lang. Okay. So, B. Ang B natin dito ay 49 minus ang A natin ay 36 equals, ulitin natin ang naman dito. Equals, ito ay 13. Yun, 13. Okay, 13. Okay, 13. Okay, so 13. 13, ayun ang denominator natin. Tapos 4 naman ang ating numerator. Okay? So, numerator over the denominator, so that's 14 over 13. So, ngayon, kung mixed number yan, galing dito sa formula na to, so, square root of A. Ang square root of A ay 6. So, dito, lalagay natin ay 6. Tapos, ang fractional part niya, natin yung fractional part niya, yan. Ang fractional part niya, kung itong numerator, so, siya yung nasa taas. Tapos, yung 13 naman, this will serve as our denominator. So, dito siya sa baba, 13. So, 6 and 4 over 13. Yun. Okay. So, ngayon dito, ilalagay natin 6 point. Ano yung decimal na katumbas nitong 4 over 13? So, gawa ulit tayo dito ng natin, scratch. So, 4 divided by 13 equals 4 divided by 13. So, 0.3076. Pero may karugtong pa eh. Okay? So, ang kailangan lang naman natin ito. Ito hanggang 3, thousandths. Okay? Kasi, titignan natin yung nasa kanan ng hundredths place, which is the thousands place, tens, hundreds, thousands place. Kasi ito yung deciding factor natin kung ito bang zero ay dadagdagan natin o mananatiling zero. Okay? So in this case, yung zero ay madadagdagan dahil ng isa. Dahil ang nasa kanan niya ay 7. Diba? Yung rules natin is to look at the number of to the right of a number being rounded to. If it is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, it will be rounded up. So if it is 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, it will be rounded down. Rounding down meaning the numbers will still be the same. Rounding up, the number being rounded to will be added by 1. Okay? So 0.31 na siya. So this will become 6.31. Okay? Yun. So that's the decimal to the nearest hundred, 6.31. Ito ang estimated square root ng square root of 40. Okay? Square root of 40 is approximately 6.31. Okay? Ayun. So ito yung naka-table lang. So this time, let's have square root of 175. Okay, gagawa rin tayo dito. Usap natin to. So, square root of 175. Lalagay. Square root of 175. Okay, square root of 175. Saan siya malapit? Kunin natin yung N, A, tsaka B niya. Okay. N, A, tsaka B. Okay, yan. The square root of 75. Greater than siya sa nasa kanan, pero less than naman siya ng nasa ito pala sa kaliwa, ito yung nasa kanan. Okay. Okay, so equals natin lagay tayo dito ng square root. Gusto natin to. Ayun. Dito naman lagay rin tayo ng radical sign. Insert, then click this one. Ayun, okay. So, ano kaya to? The square root of 175. Okay, so square root of 175. Ano yung dalawa? So, ano yung dalawa na yun? So, it's, I think 13 is 169. 14 is 14 times 14, so that's 196. Ayun na. Okay, so this will be 169, and this one on the right side will be 14 times 14, it's 196. Okay, ayan. So equals square root of 169 is 13. It's lesser than still square root of 175, but lesser than square root of 196, that's 14. Okay, 14. Okay. So, ang n natin will be 175. Ang a natin ay 169. Ang b natin ay 196. Okay, ayun. Gotcha. So, tuloy natin to. So, lipat lang natin. So, ang A ay 169. Ang B ay 196. Okay. Then, square root of 175 No. Square root of, yung A, square root of A. Square root of A, 169 equals, sabi natin dito ay 13, equals 13. Yun, equals 13. So, dito naman sa part na to, para makuha natin numerator. So, ang N ay 175. 175 minus the A. The A is 169 equals, anong result? 175 minus 169, so that's 6. Yan, 6. So, natin. 175 minus 169 equals 6. Dito naman yung B. Ang B natin ay 196 minus A, which is 169. So, equals 27. Yan. Okay. So 100 equals 27. So 169 minus 196 minus 169 equals 27. Okay, sa fraction, mixed number naman natin. So, ang square root of A. Square root of A. Okay, masyado muna ito. Square root of A. Square root of A. Ang square root of A natin, ito. So, 13. So, that's 13. Tapos, yung fractional part naman natin, mag-insert ulit tayo. Okay? Ang fractional part natin, ang numerator ay 6. Plus the denominator is 27. Okay? So, ito hindi pa nakasimplify. 6 over 27. Pero okay lang naman. Basta as long as you divide 6 by 27. Ang target lang naman natin dito yung decimal. Sige, simplify natin. Anong katumbas nito? Or, this one is or, okay. Or, 13. Okay. So, 6 and 27 are both divisible by 3. So, we have to divide both the numerator and denominator by 3. So, this will become 2. And this will become 27 divided by 3. So, that's 9. Okay. Ayan. So, yun. So, 13 and 6 over 27 or 13 and 2 over 9. So, ngayon, di-divide natin yung 2 over 2 divided by 9 equals, what is 2 divided by 9? Pwede naman kayong gumamit calculator. 0.22222. Okay, ito repeating siya. Repeating decimal. Okay. Ayan. So, 0.2222. So, meaning, ang estimated value to the nearest hundredths ng square root of 175 ay 13.22. 22. Okay. So, 13.22. Ayan. So, summarize natin. Okay. Ang step 1 natin is to find A and B. Ang A natin ay nanggaling sa perfect squares. So, ito yon 9 tapos ang 16. Okay? Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng 9 and 16 dito. Pero yung step 2 is to find the principal root of A. Square root of A, meaning yung nasa kanan. Kukunin natin principal root natin. Anong purpose nito? Kasi yung pala ang ilalagay natin sa whole number. Napansin nyo? Yung principal root ng nasa kaliwa, sa kaliwa. Yung nasa kaliwa ay gagawin nating whole number. Okay? Ng estimated square root. Pansin nyo, yung 6, andito. Then yung 13, andito. So, okay? So, ang poproblemahin na lang natin yung decimal place. Yung 0.57, 0.31, 0.22. Para makuha naman natin yon ay gamitin natin to, n minus a. Ang n natin, ito yung radicand, yung 13. Okay? Yung 13. Whereas yung a naman natin, ito. No? Yung radicand ng nasa left side. Okay? Ito. Yan. Okay? So, kaya, yun. So, then, kukunin natin yung difference nila. So, kaya 13 minus 9 equals 4. Okay? Ito din. Ayan. Ayan. Okay? So, ang b naman ay ito. Yung 16, 49, at 49, and 196. So, silang makikita natin dito. 16, 49, 196. Okay? Ayan. Tapos, yung A will still be the same as A na nandito. 19, 36, 169. 9, 36, 169. Pag nakuha na natin difference nila, so, gagawin natin siyang fractional form. Okay? Ito yung numerator. Ito naman yung denominator. Para dito sa mixed number na magagawa natin. Ayun, no? So, ang 3, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, galing yun sa principal root ng nasa kaliwa. Sa kaliwa. Sa kaliwa. Okay? Then, ang 4 naman ay galing sa numerator. Ito, 4. Ang 7 naman ay galing sa denominator. Nakita natin. Ito, 4, 4, 6. So, 4, 4, 6. Ito naman ay denominator 7, 13, 27. 7, 13, 27. Then, sinimplify lang natin. Okay? Pagkatapos niyan, itong mixed number na to, gagawin lang nating decimal. Tapos, i-round off to the nearest hundredths. Okay? So, kaya ito nakuha natin. Ayan. So, yun. Ito ang tungkol sa ating first lesson. All about, ano nga yung uling first lesson natin? It's all about estimating square root of a whole number to the nearest hundredths. May dalawa tayong paraan. Yung divide and average method and using this formula. Okay? Ayan. So, okay. So, sana nakuha nyo ang discussion natin na to. At masagutan nyo yung mga activities na ilalaan sa inyo na inyong mga teachers. Okay? So, uli, maraming salamat sa walang sawang pakikinig ng aking mga sabihin natin na pagtuturo o tutorial, no? Makakatulong sa atin sa pagsagot nating module. Okay? Salamat.